My name is Nancy Spannaus. I am the author of this book, Hamilton versus Wall Street, The Core Principles of the American System of Economics. You've heard a lot about Hamilton lately, but if you decided to look into his history a little more, you have been flooded with information that is not true. Slanders, dirty stories, and a real diminishing of his role in building the economy. So I wrote this book in order to clear that up, and I'd like you to have what you could be called an aha experience when you learn that Hamilton developed a school of economics which is not dismal, which is dedicated to the prosperity and progress of the nation as a whole. Hamilton was a nation builder through his economic policy very heavily. He established the whole system of our economy, and which didn't exist. We didn't even have a currency at the time the country was formed. So he formed the first Bank of the United States. He said we had to have manufacturing. I put a major emphasis in this book on the report on manufacturers because we had to have the ability to support ourselves and not be dependent on Britain or France or other countries. If they cut us off from their exports, we were in big trouble. So we had to have manufacturing, we had to have roads and infrastructure to connect the country, and all of this really depended not so much on just having money, like gold in the ground, but allowing people to use their minds, their creative powers to invent, to make new technologies and progress for everybody. Jefferson was not necessarily against a bank per se, he was against the national bank. But he wanted us to continue to be an agrarian society, which would keep us dependent on Britain. So it's sort of ironic that he says he's the one who was anti-Britain, because if you kept his economic system, we would still depend on Britain for the kind of manufacturers that we needed to get. So it was a very big fight. Hamilton's economic system would have eliminated slavery. Jefferson said he was against slavery, but his system was continued to allow it to flourish, and he was against giving. In fact, one of the reasons he was against that national bank, because if you gave the government that power, then they might eliminate slavery. The federal government was to play a role in, really a police role of finance, regulating finance. And he thought that the government should put its credit behind projects that would build the country, and encourage the private banks to do the same. How do you encourage banks to do the same? You do the opposite of deregulation, which is what we're doing now, which is say that you can do anything you want. You say you get a benefit if you do the right thing. So I hope that you will be provoked sufficiently to want to read Hamilton versus Wall Street. Many people don't believe that he was against what Wall Street represents today, speculation, financialization, but he was. I can show you that in history, and if you apply those principles today, we can solve a lot of the problems of our economy. You can get this book at www.iuniverse.com/bookstore or any other bookstore online, like Barnes & Noble or Amazon. Or you could go to, I run a blog called American System Now, which you can also access and find out how to get to it. That's AmericanSystemNow.com or iUniverse. So please take a look, because otherwise you're going to remain misinformed about one of the most important founding fathers we had, and you'll be missing out on what I believe are the ideas that can actually get us out of the crisis that we're in right now.